We are back, boys. Yay! ŠPUD. What is this mysterious place? Where did it come from? Is it truly the best school in the world? Ha ha ha. There are many legends and stories surrounding this place. Welcome to another episode of Learning with Lirog.
What a strange time to be making YouTube videos again. You know, with the whole epidemic thing going on. Also, my town was hit by an earthquake recently, and we also had a couple of ice ages during the middle of spring, but hopefully things should be coming down now. Anyways, in this video I will be explaining the mysteries behind chicken soup to the uninitiated, and I will be sharing some of my related stories. So sit down, grab a drink and enjoy. Story time. It all began in ancient times when Hermann Bolle took up his hammer and forged a building with his bare hands. Thus ŠPUD was made. But there came an evil spirit, Mo, and corrupted half of the building, turning it into a boring museum. However, that was not enough for him. Mo to this very day struggles to spread his influence over the whole building. We must not let him. I still remember the day when I first entered those glorious halls. It was as if I walked into Hogwarts, but instead of magic, we learned art, which is the closest thing we humans have to real magic. Indeed, ŠPUD is an art school. And just like Hogwarts, we have different houses or departments. There are 9 of them in total, so to go through each one would require too much time. Instead, I'm going to focus on just one, the most important one. Somebody probably wants to kill me for saying this, but hey, let's be real. If ŠPUD was Hogwarts, then Gryffindor would be graphic department, and this department was my home for 3 years. You know those people who are such interesting and unique characters that it makes you think, there is no way anybody could have come up with this if it did not already exist. That was basically every teacher at ŠPUD, well, at least every teacher or professor at graphic department. And so, as much as their personalities were interesting, even more interesting were the relationships between them. And I could not help but wonder what a glorious sitcom it would be to have all those professors in it as characters. And in the end, yes, that is what Chicken Soup became. So one day, I was sitting there bored in the design class, and yes, it is still possible, even inevitable, to still be bored even in the best school in the world. And of course, not all teachers are good teachers, as interesting as they may be. Anyways, I was sitting there bored, and I decided to open Blender, which is the program I use to make all of my animations.
You should check those out if you haven't.
So I was showing my friend how 3D modeling and rigging and texturing works, and in the process, I made the chicken. I liked that design so much. Those ridiculous banana legs and photographs of real chicken as textures. I decided to make a dumb video out of it. But as I was making that video, a divine intervention happened. The great ŠPUD spirit whispered into my ear. He said, "Lirog, you must include the Holy Trinity." So I did. Oh man, the Poilans, the Mother, the Father and the Holy Child. Some speculate they've been around even before Hermann Bolle. They are basically the soul of ŠPUD. Unfortunately, Mr. Poilan ascended into higher plane of existence by the end of last year, which means new špudlings will unfortunately never know what ŠPUD was like at its prime. It makes me sad, but also grateful that I got to experience it. But anyways, the real lore of Graphic Department is as follows. The Holy Trinity and their allies represent the old wisdom, tradition, hard work, and strong foundation, but also willful blindness and unconsciousness, sometimes even racism. On the other hand, the underground professors represent rebellion, openness to new ideas, vision, creativity, and conscious action. But they hate anime and anyone who uses a similar style. This is the foundation of all conflict between the characters of ŠPUD. Bruh, ŠPUD is home to some of the strangest, most eccentric beings in the universe. Outcasts, nerds, goths, anarchists, antichrists, neckbeards, horse girls, Tumblr people with 316 genders, creepy dudes of every kind, edgy ninjas, and the rarest species on Earth. So much so that there are theories on the internet that they don't even exist. I'm talking, of course, about Doomer girls. Actually, they are the majority there. Now, if all of this sounds fun as fuck, you're absolutely correct. And if you live nearby and are thinking about enrolling into this school, I say go for it. Go for it. I've met some absolutely amazing people at ŠPUD and created friendships that will 100% last a lifetime. You'll know who you are. But of course, there are certain downsides too, and you should keep this in mind if you are already a špudling or thinking about becoming one. It basically boils down to this, and I'm being serious now. Stay away from drugs and people who use them. It's so easy to get seduced and go down the wrong path. This school will not force you to work, so you will have to show a certain strength of spirit and fight for your own sense of meaning through your art. This applies to life in general, but especially in such a school where it is so easy to just jerk your dick off at the back of the class and still pass every year. And remember, help will always be given at ŠPUD to those who ask for it.